We'll go ahead and start today's, got to put the glasses on. Planning Commission meeting. It's March 13th. It's 2 o'clock. So we'll go ahead and start with our flag salute. And I will ask Commissioner Bryant to lead us in the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll go ahead and open up the roll call.
Commissioner Bryant,
Present.
Commissioner Curran,
Present.
Commissioner Gray, Vice Chair Chanter, present. Chair Augustini,
Present.
we have a quorum.
And I'd like to get a motion to excuse Commissioner Gray.
I'll make a motion to excuse Commissioner Gray.
Second.
Please vote. Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you. Moving on to commissioner comments, I'll turn to my left, Commissioner Chanter.
Nothing today other than I'm just glad to be back.
Welcome, thank you. And I'll move to my right, Commissioner Curran.
No comments today.
Commissioner Bryant.
Yep. Thank you, Jason. I don't know if anyone or if everybody's been driving by the progress for the Eisenhower Medical Center on the campus, the new cardiology complex, and on Country Club, the memory care administrative and the daycare. So whenever I drive by, which is fairly often, it's a reminder what a great asset that is, or the Eisenhower Medical Center is to the city of Rancho Mirage. I consider it a shining star in Rancho Mirage's galaxy. And as residents, we are extremely fortunate to have a world-class facility in the heart of our city. And remember, if you're a patient over there and they're late, don't get upset. It's a very, very trying job to do that, whether it's, I don't care whether it's the housekeeping people, the nurses, the doctors. It's a grueling task, and we don't often see, we see the television shows and all that sort of thing, but it ain't really like that underneath. We have a lot of family friends, doctor families that we've known for 25, 30 years, and so I hear about the inside. So it's amazing that the care that they can deliver, and so like we laud and appreciate our law enforcement and our firefighters, we should do the same appreciation for our healthcare professionals. The second thing is our general plan update. Pilar, is it, when's the next, is it 26 or 27? Is that our next update?
They're every 10 years, so our last one was 2017, so they're typically every 10-year intervals. We haven't scheduled one as of today, though.
Okay. So while it is a way away, it's important that, I mean, it's not that far away because it's such a complex project, that we remember that our mandate is to maximize, we want to maximize before that our residents and our businesses' inputs and their participation. Hopefully we'll have study sessions and public hearings on it. Our city, I think we all know, is going to be built out in the near future, probably a lot of it by the time this next general plan update comes around, and certainly, so that's going to set the footprint for the next 10 years, and the city will be definitely built out. And it's critical that as a city we get it right. And remember, our mandate is to maximize the quality of life for our residents, but we also have to create a vibrant business community. And we need to have a mix of developments that generate revenues to the city so the city can be sustained and continue to provide the services and the physical aspects of the city that make it so great. And I kind of along with that, I guess beforehand, is the 111 specific plan, which will be coming along when we'll be working on that.
So the Highway 111 specific plan is in progress right now. We haven't scheduled it to go before Planning Commission as of today.
Okay. And will we have, before we get to that, will we have study sessions and all that sort of thing on it?
Staff is still in the drafting phase of the plan, so once we get a little bit further, we'll determine the appropriate processes.
And that 111 specific plan, back to the mix of businesses that generate revenues to the city, that's critical, those commercial areas, that we look at things that are going to generate revenues to the city. So, okay, that's it.
Thank you, Commissioner. I have no new comments as well. So we'll go ahead and open it to non-agenda public comments.
Thank you. This is opportunity for the public to speak on issues that are not on the agenda for a maximum of 3 minutes per speaker. I did not receive any speaker cards. Is there anybody in the audience who did not fill out a speaker card and would like to speak at this time? I see no one.
Okay, moving on to the approval of the minutes from the February 27, 2025 regular meeting. I need a motion.
I wasn't here, so I can't do it.
I move to approve the minutes from the last Planning Commission meeting.
Second? I'll second. Vote.
Please vote. Motion carries 3-0 with Vice Chair Chanter abstaining.
Thank you. So moving on to public hearing item number 1, Section 31, Town Center Catino Environmental Assessment Case number EA 24-0012 and tentative track map case number TTM 24-0004. I'll turn it over to Pilar.
Thank you, Chair Agustini. And good afternoon, members of the Planning Commission. I have for your consideration environmental assessment case number EA 24-0012 and tentative trap map case number TTM 24-0004, TTM 38990, a request from MSA Consulting. The project site is located approximately 650 feet south of the intersection of Monterey Avenue and Gerald Ford Drive on the west side of Monterey Avenue, within the Section 31 specific plan, also known as the Cotino Project, which allows for a mixed-use community that includes a town center and amenities. The Cotino Town Center Phase 1 development is already underway, with key approvals granted for infrastructure, streets, parking, and commercial buildings. Notable projects include the North Restaurant, a 2-story waterfront dining space, and the Artisan Village, which will feature restaurants, retail, and offices. Construction continues on major infrastructure components to support this phase development. This finance and conveyance map will subdivide 72.88 acres into 23 parcels for ownership transfer and financing purposes only. It is intended to facilitate the ownership transitions and align with ongoing developments within the Cotino Town Center, ensuring consistency with prior approvals and development conditions. No new construction or vertical development is permitted on the newly created parcels without separate entitlement approvals. TTM 38990 establishes mixed-use parcels, private streets, a lagoon lot, and a public beach lot, integrating public and private infrastructure while preserving open space. It also consolidates prior lot line adjustments and simplifies legal descriptions, as well as ensures alignment with the Section 31 specific plan. As a finance map, it plays a key role in facilitating ongoing development. The project has been reviewed with compliance with CEQA and does not introduce any new significant environmental impacts beyond those analyzed in the certified Section 31 specific plan, EIR. As a result, it is exempt from further environmental review. This map strictly serves land as a land subdivision for ownership and infrastructure purposes, with all uses remaining in conformance with prior approvals. No public comments have been received regarding this item. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission take the action as shown on the screen. This concludes staff's presentation. Staff and the applicant are available to answer any questions. Thank you.
So I'll go ahead and open it up to public comment.
I did not receive any speaker cards, so we will have, if there's anybody in the audience who did not fill out a speaker card and would like to come up at this moment, we can close the public hearing.
Oops, closing public comments. Moving on to commissioner comments. So I'll work left to right again. Commissioner Chenter.
It appears to be a normal request, and per the staff's recommendations and studies, it seems all in order, so I would be in favor.
Commissioner Curran.
Yes, I'll agree. This is something that's normally done, and I didn't have any questions or concerns. The only comment is that I did see the model homes a couple of weeks ago, and they're spectacular. So.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I'll go.
Maybe a few questions for the applicant. Mr., I hope I don't botch your name, De Pilatus? You're very close. De Pilatus, okay. All right. So this staff report made it very clear that there's no changes to any of the development plan previously approved. And so I understand the concept for the financing and conveyance and so on. When you're doing this, do you have to get a DRE public report on all these parcels, these 13 parcels that you're subdividing them? Is a DRE public report required?
I don't know the answer to that question. I don't think we would probably need that for it. It's really just kind of create these parcels. I don't know. Eric, do you happen to know that? No.
No, okay. So, but allows you to sell a parcel, like you have a commercial developer, whatever, it allows you to sell that parcel individually?
Right, and more importantly, up to this point, there have been a lot of lease agreements between various parties on that property, and this really just kind of converts those to legal recorded parcels that can now transfer, property ownership with those.
Okay. Any target date when the first restaurants would be opening in the public beach?
Probably a question for Eric. I know that they're working actively on plans and for plan check, things like that. There's construction going on. I'm not quite sure what the opening date is. Eric, do you happen to know?
No date has been set officially, partially with the SoCal Edison transformers and things. We're not ready to commit to anything.
All right. And do you think within a year, some of those things will open within a year?
Yeah, sorry. Eric Brown, General Manager for DMB. Two questions there, I think. One was the town center and one was the public beach. The public beach will be later because we have to finish the town center and the parking behind to make sure it's safe before people can come there. Now, there probably will be the beaches for the community by the clubhouse that would be for private use. As for the town center, it is moving along very quickly. And if we were to reconvene in about 90 days, I think we could give you a much better estimate. But a year from now, plus or minus, I think you're pretty much in the ballpark.
The reason for the question, obviously, we're all anxious
Yes.
for that, for the city, the benefit, the amenity, the attraction. It will be for the city residents as well as for the valley residents. There's no doubt it's going to be a happening place
Yep.
and a gathering place for a lot of people. And so we're all pulling for you, and we want to see it open as
Well,
soon
we do too.
as soon as possible. I'm sure you do. One question, and I know this has nothing to do with approving the mechanics of this. As I look back over all the plans again, are there adequate bathroom for the public beach? Are there adequate bathrooms and changing areas for all the people that are going to be coming to the public beach?
Absolutely. I know that we've worked with the city and with everyone on what the requirements are and then some. I think it'll be fully adequate.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yeah, I'll echo that same comments. The talk around, I live very close to the community, but a number of friends and people have visited the model homes and commented how wonderful the homes are and gone through the tour and how professional they are when they actually go and take that tour. So as Commissioner Bryant mentioned, we're all looking forward to enhancing the community of Rancho Mirage. So I don't have any other further comments, so we'll go ahead and I'll need a motion to, first, a motion and a second.
I'll make the motion. I'll make a motion that the Planning Commission recommend to the City Council, one, approval for the filing of a notice of exemption based on environmental assessment case number EA24-0012 and pursuant to the California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA, guidelines section 15162, subsequent EIRs and negative declarations, and number two, approval of tentative track map case number TTM24-0004, TTM 38990, subject to the conditions of approval and based on the content and findings in the staff report.
In a second.
Second. Please vote. Motion passes 4-0.
Thank you. Okay, so item number 2, extension of time, case number ET 25-0002 for tentative track map, case number TTM 22-0002, parentheses, TTM 38222. I'll turn it over to Pilar again. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Agustini. I have for your consideration an extension of time for tentative track map case number TTM 22-0002, TTM 38222, a residential subdivision request from Bravo Properties LLC. The 10-acre site is located along the east side of Vista del Sol, just east of the Eisenhower Medical Center and west of Vista Dunes Road. The City Council approved the map on May 18, 2023, for an eight-lot gated subdivision on a 10-acre parcel that includes common areas for a cul-de-sac street, a retention basin, and parkways along Vista del Sol. The project meets municipal code requirements with access via Bravo Dreams Lane. The applicant is requesting a 1-year extension for the previously approved project due to ongoing entitlements with the Coachella Valley Water District, which have delayed the project's timeline. Per the municipal code, the map may be eligible for up to 3 extensions. This would be the first. If approved, the new expiration date would be May 18, 2026. The project exceeds the Rancho Mirage Municipal Code's landscape requirement of 1 tree per every 30 linear feet of street frontage. The 17-foot parkway includes a mix of shade trees, 28 date palms, 36 fruitless olive trees, creating a shaded and visually appealing streetscape. The landscaping design incorporates desert adaptive plants such as blue agave and golden barrel cactus, along with decorative crushed rock for a low water use design. The entry features white block walls with slate gray accent columns and a metal automatic gate. As part of this extension request, several conditions of approval have been updated. Conditions 9 and 10 have been removed as the applicant has completed the necessary revisions. Condition 4 has been updated to reflect the new expiration date of May 18, 2026. Additionally, a new condition, 17A, has been introduced which states that grading permits shall not be issued before vertical development entitlements unless approved by the Public Works or Development Services Director. This project remains consistent with the previously adopted CEQA determination, as no new significant environmental impacts have been identified that would require additional review. Public hearing notices were sent out on February 26, 2025. To date, no public comments have been received. Staff recommends that the Planning Commission make the motion as shown on the screen. This concludes staff's presentation. Staff and the applicant's representative are available to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Pilar. So I'll go ahead and open it up to public comments.
I did not receive any speaker cards. Is there anybody in the audience who did not fill out a speaker card and would like to speak at this time? I see no one. We can close the public hearing.
Okay. So I'll open it up next to commissioner comments. I'll go left to right. Commissioner Chanter.
This seemed very straightforward, and I would be in favor, of course, of this extension.
Commissioner Kieran.
I agree. I mean, it's a reasonable request, so I have no concerns or questions.
Okay. Commissioner Bryant.
Perhaps for the applicant, your question, or?
Come on up.
Please come to the podium.
Hi, my name is Dusty Knapp, and I am the consultant for this project.
Okay. Obviously, no issue with the extension. I mean, that's certainly a standard thing for the extension. I'm just curious, what is the issue with the water district? Why are they holding you up?
What we did what they call hydraulic modeling, and it taken them over 4 months to get us the results. And now it's back to our engineer, and the engineer is now working on it to get the plans together for our offsite and onsite water and sewer. And then we have comments after. So once we submit it to the water district, they're behind. So they're waiting on. So we haven't submitted yet because we just got our hydraulic modeling. And so we should hopefully have it within a few months or a little bit more.
Okay. And is the sewer connection along the street since they put that big sewer line down?
My guess is yes. Our engineer just got all the paperwork on it, so I believe we're going to be connecting into what Catino put down the Vista del Sol.
Again, we feel for you. It's so difficult and complex to develop. You take a big risk. You put a lot of work in to make that happen. I have the minutes here from 2 years ago, from April the 27th, 2023. And I just want to repeat what I've said several times about Vista del Sol and my perspective of it, that it's a kind of the last of its kind in the city. It's incredible. The 1 acre lots, we've approved several different things here recently, just north of you, on each side of the street over there, some 5 acre subdivisions. And again, it's kind of the last of its kind in the city. And I believe that it should, and it'll end up like Vista Dunes over there. And of course, you know, recently came through us a 22,000 square foot home on 8 acres, kind of a mini Disneyland almost. And so all of that bodes well as Cotina, because Vista del Sol goes right up to it, and Cotina is going to be right in your backyard. And so that's going to do nothing but make that Vista del Sol area more desirable. So again, we're pulling for you and hope that you get it through quickly. I do want to bring up just another thing I'd said before. I know at the entrance, you've got paver stones on the entrance. The inside road is asphalt.
Correct.
So just my perspective, I would spend a little more money and put paver stones in. First impression of these are going to be very expensive homes. and first impression, the people coming in and seeing it, and then you save a massive amount of money in the constant maintenance of the cracking and all that sort of thing. But obviously not a condition, just a perspective. But anyway, best of luck to you. We're pulling for you, and I go up and down that road at least once a week, so I look forward to see the tractors out there and the graders and start moving dirt around.
Okay, great.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Yeah, like my fellow commissioner said, it seems like a pretty straightforward, normal condition, extension of time. So I'll go ahead and I'll ask for a motion in a second.
I'd like to make a motion that the Planning Commission recommend to the City Council approval of a one-year extension of time, ET 25-0002, for tentative track map case number TTM 22-0002, TTM 38222, subject to the conditions of approval and based on the content and findings in the attached staff report.
I'll second.
Thank you.
We have a motion and a second. Please vote. Motion passes 4-0.
So that concludes today's agenda items, and the 2:26, I adjourn the meeting today. Thank you.